but I'm just coming straight from the scrapyard.
Man's loss is another man's gain. Rag to riches, joy and pain, visions and desires, wanting what most admire, staring in the fire, flames are getting higher.
Welcome to the scrapyard.
But yeah, man. So I know you've had some situations in the past, like we both talked about that.
Yeah.
Where because I think you said you had an idea about you opening up a podcast yourself and talking about situations you've been through in life, and you know, I mean, it's out there, bro. Nobody talks about it, but it's out there, and you know what I'm talking about.
That's pretty much like, that's what I started doing a lot of my jams. You know what I mean? Where it makes me feel like I'm talking. I'm not gonna say negative, but it's serious shit. That
it's an awareness.
It is an awareness.
It's an awareness,
you know what I mean?
bro.
That people ain't talking about why, because either like back in the days, I wouldn't even say half of the shit that I say like now and for years now, because it makes me vulnerable. When you're vulnerable,
sometimes we're embarrassed, bro.
Well,
I'm embarrassed what I've been through.
when you're vulnerable and you don't give a fuck, you know what I mean? There's only one way to say, and I don't give a fuck who you are. I mean, bad shit, we all get played. We all feel like a dumb fuck one day or another, and there's always somebody.
You know what I say? Me today, you tomorrow, bro.
That's
it's a sad truth, bro. It's always just like, you know.
I mean, for the motherfucker calling the next motherfucker a dumbass bitch and this and that. Well, you know what I mean? We all go through it and shit, you know. But when it happens to you, life's cabron and shit.
Life's humbling, bro. It'll humble you.
What goes around comes around, bro. And you better just be careful on what you say and laugh at the next motherfucker about, because when it happens to you, you're gonna feel worse for talking that.
Yeah, I'll even say this, man. My mom, she got those. You know, moms are old school, man. They always got those, and I truly understand. She's like, hey, mijo, you know what? No vas a ser primero, no vas a ser primero, y no vas a ser el último.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm like, damn, mom, that's cold. That's cold, but it's straight to the point.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's just facts. I mean, I'm not the only one, and guess what? I'm not gonna be the last one. You know, because I've been through situations, and well, you know, you get betrayed by the people.
Disappointing.
By the people
closest to you.
Yeah, like people. You never think that would come from you. The people that you put your most trust and loyalty into,
they're the ones who
they're the ones that betray you the hardest. It's crazy. So I've been through that, and it hurts like a motherfucker, man. That shit. I don't wish that on anybody. But guess what? It's gonna keep happening.
Yeah.
Which is why we're talking about it. Which is why my boy wants to talk about it, because he wants to raise awareness on it. He wants to let people know, hey, guess what? If you see these red flags, if you see situations pop up that are just a little funny, something just doesn't feel right, guess what? Follow your what do they say?
Follow your gut.
Follow your gut instinct.
Follow your gut.
Follow your gut. Because that's one of the red flags I fail to recognize.
Because especially dealing with what he's saying, what I'm starting to go into now is like, even I'm gonna start dropping tracks on it too, and also doing a podcast perhaps to bring awareness to people, because I wasn't aware. It's mental.
Well, let's be real. What is it? Narcissism, right? That's what we're talking about.
That word's getting thrown around a lot
because it's really being exposed now a lot. You know,
but people still don't know what it is right away. Just like ignorant, ignorant's an ugly word, but all it means is fucking. You're just not aware of something.
You're not paying attention.
You just don't know exactly how to do something. You're ignorant to whatever the definition is or what something means. That's all it is. You know what I mean? You just don't know. You know what I mean? There's better terminology that I'm losing right now. But anyways, let me get back to like narcissist. That it's just an ugly word that stamp. You hear that word and fuck, who wants to be a narcissist?
Yeah, right? Yeah, that's true, bro. It's stigmatized.
They
you know what I
think
mean?
A narcissist is this big fucking I'm better than the next person. Yeah, those are some of the characteristics involved.
Sociopaths.
Also, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it is a mental health condition that we can't explain. You know, like, we only use like what, 10-20% of our brain, some more than others and shit, you know what I'm saying? But that's not my
That's too
problem
funny,
and shit,
bro.
you know what I mean? But bottom line is that the thing that you got to be aware of is anybody. I don't give a fuck if you're 18, 17, 25, 35.
Oh yeah, because there's narcissists in the making.
You know, and
and they gotta start somewhere.
Narcissists get created
levels
by
to the shit. You know what I mean?
narcissists get created by people like psychopaths and shit.
Yeah.
We breed them, by something that happened way back in their livelihood, causes the trauma and turns off their fucking empathy, so they don't give a fuck.
Right.
So it's just like
That's another trait. That's another red flag.
Well, that's a main trait.
Yeah. So the lack of empathy.
When you don't have that, when it turns off, it shuts off for good. Your brain turns that shit off. So it never turns back on ever again. So your brain keeps working without it. And now that it's working without it for the rest of your life, it creates a different way of thinking in a narcissist's mind. It's like only having one foot. One gets chopped off, you're still going to learn how to live, right? But you got to live every way a different way and do shit differently, while their brains fucking bring a new structure in the way they think because they have no empathy, so they're not ever gonna feel bad for you or anything. They even trip out on why you're fucking crying. It upsets them sometimes, because they can't do it, first of all.
And it's called manipulation. That's a term you used earlier.
Manipulation's a trait that they use in order to get over on people, to go ahead and use them, because that's their overall fucking task, is to use people and belittle them and basically
to discard them.
At the end of the day, they're just gonna get rid of you. They're gonna make you feel like
that's it. You got everything out of you. I'm gonna squeeze everything out of you, and at the end, I'm gonna just throw you away. And guess what? And guess what? They're gonna find a new supply. Because that's another term a lot of people don't know about. It's a supply term. Which is what fills them up. Fills them, and they drain you of your energy to fill up their energy.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's all you're really doing. And when you're in a relationship like that, man, it eats away at you on a daily basis.
And it's crazy because even though it's probably the worst fucking relationship you're in, because it's a constant fight, because you can't even tell a narcissist anything about them, or like two adults would say fuck it, I don't like the way you're always biting your fingernails and shit, whatever. I mean, if you say anything like that, could you stop, because whatever, it bothers you, whatever, to make your fucking relationship better, you know what I mean? And I'm going way out, exaggerated on that, but whatever the case may be, maybe your lady's wearing shit that's too provocative and shit. You don't like it, of course, so you kind of tell her, hey babe, well, I don't like it when you wear those fucking jeans or whatever, because it shows too much, or whatever the case may be. I mean, so if she has respect for you, she'll say, all right, babe, you know what I mean? Stop wearing the fucking jeans, right? I mean, why are you going to piss the next person off if you care about them, right? It bothers you. But not them. Any little thing, anything, they take it as fucking an attack on them.
They'll turn it around on you.
And they flip it on you.
Why are you so insecure? They'll say something like that. It's crazy. I'm like, what are you talking about that? I'm talking about your situation right now. And then you want to flip it around. That's gaslighting. Another term.
Yeah, gaslighting.
You feel me? So it's you see all these little red flags that people that potentially could come out, right?
Those ones
come out. You know what I mean?
Those ones are
individuals.
Those ones are already you're already in a relationship. Let me tell you something. What you gotta be aware of at the beginning is, because these are things that you need to look for at the beginning. Because once you get involved,
red flags.
Red flags at the beginning.
Yeah.
They're gonna chameleon.
They'll hurt you at the end.
They're gonna chameleon you, meaning,
they're gonna love bomb you.
I'm into hip hop, so that means right away they're gonna be into hip hop.
Whatever you like.
I grew up in lowriders all my life, right away, and these are just straight across easy ones. I like
It's
the
just
Lakers
general, right? General
and Dodgers, and you can meet somebody from, let's go way out and like New York, and all of a sudden they all love the same things you love, you know, which I thought you would be a fucking
Yankee fan,
Yankee fan and a fucking, you know
The
what I
Jets,
mean?
you know what I mean?
Yeah, all that shit.
And next thing you know, they're wearing Dodger gear. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
you know what I mean?
Just to love bomb you, right? To
And then-
convince you.
and
To
they-
convince you.
And love bombing.
That's what it is.
Is fucking once they're like they make you seem like you're the
On top
king
of the
of
world,
fucking
man.
Egypt of the world.
I was
Really.
there for 20 years.
And it feels good, right? Like they
Yeah.
cater to you and what's up, babe? And
Like
this and
nothing
that.
could go wrong. You know what I mean?
You know they don't fucking fight
Until the
with
ball
you or
drops,
nothing,
you know, until you
but
find out, you know what I
that's
mean?
it. But
And
the
it's
thing
like,
is, they
man.
get bored of you. You know what
No,
I
that's
mean?
true.
And then they devalue you. You know, so you're not all that no more. Well, you know what? You ain't all that no more. And they do it in subtle ways and shit. And then they start like fucking. They just fucking
It's just a
dog
whole,
you, and
it's all
you just
manipulation, man.
Yeah, it's all
Whole
manipulation. And what they're doing and don't let them get around your friends or fucking your family and shit.
Yeah, because they'll convince them that you're the bad person.
Yeah, they
even
play-
though they're
they
doing
play
you
victim.
wrong.
They
Because
play
that's what happened to
victim.
me. I was like, what the fuck's going on here? I'm the bad guy. You know, all of a sudden I'm the one that's toxic.
Yeah.
I'm the one that's out of control.
I'm
I'm
the one
the one that's
I'm drama.
aggressive.
I'm
All of a
drama.
sudden,
I'm
after
drama.
20 years, I'm the bad guy. All of a sudden, this is crazy.
I don't do nothing for you.
Yeah, right, yeah. I'm not paying your car payment. Oh, the same car payment. Oh, the same car you was fucking this other guy in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I-
While I'm paying for it, and I'm the bad guy. This
So
is
it's
crazy,
shit like
man.
that. And
This
the
is
thing
crazy.
about it is that fucking
So, you know,
the
like-
connection, man, to break away, because they put trauma in your mind and shit, and it's even harder to break up with
Yeah,
one
because it
of these
messes up your
motherfuckers.
self-esteem, bro. It
All
fucks with your
kinds of
self-esteem.
things,
You get
dude.
insecure. You get you start breaking down
Yeah.
internally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You start thinking, well, maybe she's right. Maybe I am a fucking loser. You know,
Well, that's
maybe
what
I'm
they
not
do, too.
the man I thought I was, the man I've been for all these years, the man you married. You know what I mean? The man you married with them. You know, because back in those days I had my business. It seemed like everything I was doing everything right. Everything was great. You know,
Yeah.
but as soon as I closed my store, that's when everything started to turn. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I hold no value anymore. You know, I'm
Yeah.
just a regular cat now. I'm nothing, you know, because I don't own my own business anymore.
Yeah.
It's just sad, man. It's just sad. Yeah. That's a sad perspective to live by. But
Yeah.
guess what? People live by it every day, man. And I don't know if it's me or sometimes I don't believe in karma, bro. Because I'm like, man, sometimes you see these people rise to the top with no consequences. You see that? You see it every day in politics, for example. You know, these fucking people fucking end up becoming the fucking president and being the worst people in the world.
Well,
You know?
narcissists are very successful.
Right,
bro.
that's what I'm saying.
And it just depends
It just
on-
makes it feel like, man, I guess karma doesn't exist. I don't understand this, even though
No.
I've always been a firm believer of karma.
You know
what
what,
comes around
bro?
goes around. That's how I've always felt.
Here-
But with this situation, I'm feeling like it seems like I'm getting the bottom end of the stick. You know what I mean? That's
Well,
what
you're
it
gonna
seems
feel
like.
like that.
That's how they make you
difficult
feel,
thing.
too,
And
you
you're
know?
gonna feel like that until you reach. You gotta self love and all
Yeah,
that. You know,
we gotta internalize it, bro.
you gotta build yourself back
Exactly.
up to be independent once again.
To love yourself, you know,
That's
to put
it.
yourself and see what happens too. I've done this. You put them on pedestals. You put everything
You
into
don't
your
mean
relationship.
to, but
you don't mean
you
to
cater
yet,
to them
but you do
because
that.
they're bitching all the time.
They always
If-
want to bring out the best of you. Supposedly, so you're always giving and giving and giving and giving and giving. And guess what? They're taking and taking and taking until one day it's just not enough.
Yeah, well,
it's
not
not enough.
usually they
And they're on
don't.
a pedestal, so they look down on you. You know what I
Usually
mean?
they
It's
don't back you
terrible.
up, like because they have to be the most important person in the room. You know,
Realize it.
And, well,
Next thing you know,
we're
they got
human.
they're holding all the cards, and you ain't got no cards, and you're like, "What the fuck? How did this happen?" You know,
Well,
what I
we're
mean?
human and shit. So us, we fucking if we're normal and shit, we don't
Yeah.
have this fucking mental.
You don't have
fucking-
these expectations of people doing that to
Well,
you. I
that's
never
what-
even thought I'm like, what the fuck
That's
is
why-
going on here? You know,
that's
I was
why
just
you-
confused.
That's
man.
why you get done because
Yeah.
it's so unorthodox that
Yeah.
fucking you don't see it coming.
Yeah,
Like, who's
you
gonna
never-
do
I mean,
that?
I didn't see
like
it
you,
coming.
I don't talk. I never talk
crazy.
bad about her with my familia and shit like that because why would I? Because
Yeah.
I don't want them to dislike her her and shit, right?
Exactly.
Well, but she was doing it behind my back and shit too, with
her friends and her family.
Dude,
yeah,
crazy.
I was this and I was that. I'm like, really? But you didn't tell them that you cheated on me, right? But that's what they don't tell them.
And
they don't tell them all that.
everything.
Yeah,
No.
they don't tell them any
They
of
tell
that.
them their one-sided
I still don't think her
story.
mom knows why we broke up and why we're going through the divorce. I still don't. I think her mom.
Well, she probably thinks
just
it's your
doesn't
fault.
Yeah,
for
that's what I'm
sure.
saying. But like,
For sure.
I still want to like communicate with her at some point and let her know, hey, well, you know,
She won't believe you,
know
bro.
why all this happened, right?
She won't
You know what I
believe
mean?
you. She won't believe you.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because they manipulated them now.
They're all
so
manipulated.
They just keep it going to everybody around them. It's not just you.
Yeah, those are the flying
you
monkeys.
think and you feel like it's just you, but it's the world around them. Everybody around them. That's what
Because
they do.
she's already-
they
see-
perfect it. They perfect it.
Yeah,
you know?
they're professional liars.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
so they're
Exactly.
pathological. You know, I
That's
mean,
why it's
they just
psychological, you know?
Yeah, and you don't even expect it. They lie about shit that you don't even have to lie about, which is a trip. But
Yeah.
but that's what I'm starting. You know, I'm just bringing awareness, and then I just talk the truth on the way shit happens and just life. You know what I mean? In general, you know what I mean? I got
Yep.
jams about, like I had said earlier, bringing back hip hop. You know. The way we got stamped as being Chicano rappers way back in the days, which hip hop is hip hop, and when I started, it was hip hop. There was no Chicano
Cypress
rappers,
Hill,
and
you
shit,
know,
you know what I
that
mean?
shit of Brown,
but then they
you know,
just
we was
so
doing
many
it.
came out. They just put us in our own category, you know, with oldies, and that's a different stilo and whatnot. But regardless, it should have stood all hip hop. I thought, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it should have been more general.
Yeah,
you know?
not a genre within a genre.
But I'm just coming straight from the scrapyard.
Man's loss is another man's gain. Rag to riches, joy and pain, visions and desires, wanting what most admires, staring in the fire, flames are getting
Welcome to the scrapyard.